Curves of your body is a brand new artistic level. You got me on such a high, I'm scared to fall. Just observe around you. See, I'm not the only one. Hypnotizing the men and women, you the one. So don't you wanna dance? Don't you wanna break old chains? Don't you wanna feel free? Like an animal. Like an animal. I've been waiting to check out the moves, you're sexy too. Rendezvous at the private lounge, you kill it too. Calling the fashion police. Oui, she's killing them styling fully. Oui. Don't you wanna dance? Don't you wanna break old chains? Don't you wanna feel free? Like an animal. I'm gonna look at you dance all night. I'm just gonna look at you dance all night. Like an animal. Like a night, you wanna dance.
Mic check. Welcome to Club Shada episode 304. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody is in the best of the spirit. I hope you're doing good as I am doing. A little sleepy. I'm not going to stay long because tomorrow I'm waking up early. I'm signing a contract for my brand new apartment here in Lisbon. So I have to be up early. But hey, it is what it is. The show is brought to you by ShadaWare.com, the gods of good fortune. It is midnight and 55, almost 4, almost 55. Here in Lisbon, Portugal. This show is sponsored by Master Electronic, the Stream Royalty, and all the sponsors. Thank you for your super chats and donations. How's everybody doing? You good? We good? Everybody good? Me, I'm good. Well, let me see. What's the list of my thing I want to talk about? Let me see. Yeah, this is okay. Yeah, it all goes together. You want to talk about this or no? Yeah, listen. So I hope you had a great weekend. I had a great weekend. Wednesday, I didn't show up. Sorry for that, but I was really tired. These days, I wake up super early, and I get tired early too. So, and I think I just need to sleep some more. I'm performing Saturday in north of Portugal in a city called Chaves in Kizomba Festival, and the next weekend, so next Saturday on the 24th, I guess, I'm performing in Luxembourg. So yeah, two shows, 2 weeks in a row. It's been a long time that I didn't do that, so that's gonna be cool as well. And yeah, I'm about to listen. As I'm changing that show slowly, I'm about to change the intro, and it's something I want to do, and I'm gonna change that logo to something a little more. I don't know yet about the logo, but yeah, I'm gonna change it. You see how the screen is less and less cluttered? I'm removing things slowly. Yeah, I like it like this. This is something is missing. Oh, I know. Oh, give me a second. I forgot something. Give me a sec. I was like, it's dark. It's dark here. Only to realize, yeah, of course it's dark. Forgot one light. So, as I was saying, yeah, it looks better now. As I was saying, tomorrow I'm getting a new apartment. Let me say hi first. Master Electronic, what up, brother? How you doing? I hope you're doing good. L.O. baby, what's Goody sister, I hope you're doing good. The Jemson, what up? What's goody? Jose Asembe, hey. Hello. Oh, Léanella. Ah, voilà, tu vois. Envoie un message à tous les autres de TikTok avec le lien du live. Dis-leur de venir aussi, quand même. Sabrina, how you doing? I hope you're doing good. Episode 3 or 4, you know how we do. Everybody put a like. Don't forget to put your like. Shana, salut. Il n'est jamais trop tard pour apprendre. CK, what up? How you doing? What's good, CK Control? I hope you're doing good. Now this is I think my wife bought this to me. I think it's Bershka. I think it's Bershka. Roman Costa, what up? Oh, Rosa Fly, what's good? Long time. Yeah. So interesting. What's the name of this thing? Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, tomorrow I'm in 10 hours actually. I'm signing the new contract for a brand new apartment where we will move in September, because I paid for this apartment until September. So I'm about to send a letter. Actually, I'm about to send a letter to the owner telling them that I'm about to leave this apartment in September 1st exactly, and I'm moving to the next apartment, the new place where I'm gonna live in September. But because I'm starting to pay for the other apartment, and I'm getting the keys of the new apartment tomorrow. So for the next so it's June 12. So from June 12 to September 1st, I'm gonna have 2 apartments in the same avenue. I live in a very good neighborhood in Portugal called Expo, and this apartment that I'm getting is gonna be 600 meters from my actual apartment. And so because I'm gonna have 2 months and a half with 2 apartments, it's gonna give me all the time I need. Usually I do 1 month. I do 1 month, but listen, we found this apartment rather quickly. It was on the market. We were the second one to visit it. We absolutely loved it, and we jumped straight. We didn't wait for it. So we have 2 bedrooms right now, and we needed a third one. Actually, we need another 2, but the 4 or 5 bedroom apartment it's gonna be what I want to do in the next 2 years, which is buying one. But that one we visited it. The thing is, because I pay the rent every 6 months. So you wanna start visiting stuff like at least, I would say 2-3 months before. But I have a friend, she works at an agency. She works at 21 Century. Is Century 21? Her name is Anna. She's very professional. She works well. And I don't know, I was on a website called Idealista here in Portugal, and I always look at apartments to buy and also apartment to rent. And I was looking at the prices, and I was like, okay, I'm ready to move to something bigger. But I was like, it's a little early because so back then it was in I think it was in early May or maybe end of April, and I knew I still had, because I already paid for this apartment until September. I was like, it's a little early to visit stuff. But you know what? I told her, hey, listen, let's visit stuff just in case we find something that we like, you know, depending on what's on the market. There's a lot of demand for apartments. So let's see what's available. So we started visiting a few apartments. There was nothing that we really liked. So we visit 1, 2, 3, and I think when we visited that one, I remember like the face of my wife. Like, listen, my wife is not a hypocrite. So she doesn't know how to do poker face. She doesn't know how to lie. Her face doesn't lie. So every time we visit an apartment, she was like, the rooms are too small, or the bedrooms are too small, or it's missing this, or it has that, or the quality is not good enough, or, you know, especially this one was a great quality. So, but when we visited that one, we knew that's the one. We knew quality. Listen, it's interesting how some people, they would rent their apartment. They don't really care the state where it is. They're like, listen, there's a lot of demand. We don't care. There's a lot of things to change. And when you ask, okay, is the owner, are they going to change the baseboards? Are they going to repaint the walls? They're like, no, they don't want to do nothing. It's up to you. And you're like, yo. But that one, everything was perfect. Like, maybe the only thing missing compared to that one is this one, we have a nice veranda. That one doesn't have a veranda, but the living room is huge, 3 bedrooms, and 2 bathrooms. Here we have 1 bathroom and it's small. There you have 2 bathrooms and they're big. One room is a suite, so the parents, us, we have our own bathroom in our suite, and then there's another one for the other 2 bedrooms. And the 2 bedrooms are beautiful. They have windows. It's something I really don't understand with in Portuguese apartments. They tend to put the bathrooms in places without windows, and it kind of makes no sense for me, because I believe that this is actually the place where you need the most aeration. But that apartment has, both bathroom have windows and they have electric blinds. So like, this is the next level. This perfect. So listen, soon as we visited it, we were like, yeah, that's the one. This one is amazing. And so from where we live 5 minutes away from our daughter's school, but this one is actually in 2 streets after her school, and actually the school where she's going next September is going to be 5 minutes away from that one. So that's amazing. And it's crazy because the street, so is, of course you have to get used to when you get to a new apartment. Like, it's almost a new neighborhood, but it's just, listen, we're just moving like 6 blocks away. So we're still in the same neighborhood. We actually still in the same avenue. It's just that instead of being on the right side of the avenue, we're in the other side of the avenue. So listen, I'm still in my neighborhood. I'm not moving from that neighborhood. As long as I live in Portugal, I don't think I'm going to move to another place unless I really make millions and I go live in Cascais or something like that. And even, I don't know, listen, I like my neighborhood. But now it put me in a very interesting mode because I have 2 months and a half to prepare for the move, because I'm gonna have the keys tomorrow. So I'm gonna have 2 apartments for 2 months, where my whole family live, and another one where I'm gonna prepare and start buying stuff. First thing I'm gonna do is electricity, gas, water, and I'm gonna pay both. One that I'm not really using, so it's okay, and the other one that I'm using. Then I'm gonna start buying, first of all, kitchen table, kitchen TV. I'm gonna buy a new TV for the kitchen. I'm gonna buy it and have it placed on the wall. So I want a smart TV with everything, blah blah blah. I'm gonna buy I'm gonna buy a huge TV for the living room, because the living room of that apartment is roughly 2 times the size of this living room. So we're gonna have the place to put this. The sofa we have here is 3 meter. We want a 3.75 sofa. Listen, we saw a sofa so amazing. The only thing is that I want a leather sofa, but it costs a lot of money, because leather sofas that are in a normal tecido, I don't even know how you say this, tissue, I have this problem that they get dirty way easier than a sofa that is in leather. But then leather, you really have to pay. So I have a few solutions, 3 of them actually. So either I go to this store that where I bought my sofa 11 years ago, which is Interforma. Either I go to that store where we saw a sofa that we really like, that is huge. Do I have the photo of that sofa that I seen? That sofa was 3,500, but yo, that sofa goes into a mode where, wait, let me see. Oh yeah, we saw a sofa, bro. That sofa was huge. Let me see. My wife was like, oh, I want that. Where is it? There it is. So listen, we saw that sofa. That sofa nice. It's huge. You don't even see from here how huge it is. And every part of the sofa, so here and here, everything reclines. So everything becomes like a bed. You can put like, so everything becomes like this. To me, the only thing is it's not leather. And there was another one in the store, that one with everything electric, but the other one was better. So for the time to get a sofa, it's gonna take anyway. Once you order your sofa, it's gonna take you 2 months and a half anyway. So in a way, you like, no, wait, 2 months, a month and a half, 2 months, depending on where you order, of course. So yeah, I mean, we're moving in exactly probably August 20th, because once we move in that house, I'm gonna start, once everybody move in the other house, I'm gonna have 15 to 10 days to completely clean up this one, which is this table that was custom built that I put on the wall, remove it, repaint the walls behind it, close every hole, remove everything, do a last clean, last paint of everything, make sure the house is just as I found it. And then after that, cut off my electricity, etc., etc. So this is what I'm gonna do last. Until then, I have 2 months to have whatever I want new there, which is new TV. I want a 86 to 90 inch TV on the wall, that's for sure. I want a sofa. The beds, I like new beds, but I'm gonna do this when I get my next royalty round. So we're probably gonna move with the old beds, and then we're gonna move them as we go. We're gonna start changing things the whole year through, because I still have to pay my daughter's school, my son's school, so I still have stuff to pay. So depending on how are the finances, I'm just gonna take some new stuff, and then we're gonna feel the house as we go. But now, number one is gonna be just remove everything that we don't need from this house. I have, like, under my feet, I have 3 computers that I didn't turn on for years. It's time to either sell them or give them or throw them away. Lots of cameras, lots of stuff that I don't use that I'm gonna start selling. Lots of clothes that gonna go away, etc. And so I've been watching a Portuguese company on Instagram, and they make amazing furniture. And maybe so just to see ideas of the type of furniture that I want, the type of entrance that I want, and so I'm thinking of what I'm gonna do first. Of course, we're gonna need a table for the house. We're gonna need to see how we do our entrance. And there was something that I like something like this. We want an entrance like this for the hallway. In terms of bed, we want something like this. We want something like this too for the living room. We want something like this, yeah. And I was looking for stuff for. I love this style too. I was also looking for stuff for my. Listen, I would love to have a living room that looks like this. For me, yeah, that's perfect. With these things here, that's exactly the type of living room I want. And I was looking for offices. Let me see if they have. Because as I was looking for an office, I want my next office to have one black wall. So I want, when I do my live stream, the wall behind me, I want it to be all black with some light accents. And I want a new table. I want some dark wood table. So I'm really, like, that's what I've been doing every day, looking for inspiration. Maybe I'm gonna see who I know in my connection that is a interior designer. Yeah, entrance could be like this. See, something nice like this at the entrance, where I'm gonna put the Wi-Fi things and etc. And as for my office, I don't know yet, but I definitely want this type of furniture in the wall, in the living room. And for my office, there's some places where they show, on Instagram there was a place where they have like a home office desk. Let me see. Ideas. Ooh. So I'm looking for, when it comes to Club Shada, right? And where I'm gonna work, because the interest in having 3 bedrooms is to not have to rent an office to go work, because as the kids are, and listen, when I moved here, I lived alone, and my son would come see me two, 3 times a year. So the rest of the time I was alone. So my 2 rooms were more than enough, and I would work from my my living room, which was also my office. Now that I have a wife, a sister-in-law, a brother-in-law, everybody has kids. Whenever there's a lot of people in the house, I can't work because noise, because I can't get concentrated, etc. So my choice was this: either I pay on top of my rent, I pay $1,000 for €1,000 for an office, or I get a bigger place with a 3rd bedroom that I would use as an office. So that's what I'm going to do. Ultimately, once we found that place, we were like, yeah, this is perfect. I can have an office, and then we can have it being modular whenever my son comes in. But at least in normal settings, we have 2 bedrooms like now, and I have my own office where I can actually spend the day, and whenever there's somebody in the house, or whenever my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law are here with the kids and everybody's in the living room, it doesn't feel crammed. But not only they have more space because I have twice the size in the living room, but also I can continue to work because I have my own space. And I can even, if I want to start Club Shada, for example, a little earlier, like maybe 2 hours earlier sometimes, or maybe maybe the Sundays I do midnight and a half like now, and maybe I do another one earlier, or maybe I can do, I don't know, interviews, podcasts, other things. I can do it and record from home because I'm going to have my own office, and I don't have to work at night like now because I have to wait for everybody to be sleeping. I can record, I can work, I can do whatever I want because I have my own room. So I've been thinking of how I'm going to do my own room, and that's the type of inspiration I want. That's the type of table and stuff I want. This is nice. This is nice. This is too white. I want something with a dark feeling. Too many plants. Let me see. Corner desk. Corner desk is an idea as well, because I also want to have my own TV in my office and my own sofa that I can use as a bed whenever it's needed. Yeah, a table like that. I like this. Exactly in front of the window. That's the way I would put it. Ooh. I like this, but in dark tones. I want something like this. This I'm gonna get as well to put my headphones, all my stuff. I'm gonna have something like this, and when I'm gonna do my show, it's gonna be in the back. I want a whole wall with these things. So these days, this is my obsession. Is really like how I'm gonna decorate my home office, the type of colors I want, the type of I like this one. I want a table like this but dark. Now the question I'm asking myself is, do I want the table to be on the wall like right now, or to have more space between the table and me? It's yeah, look, this is exactly the style that I like. I like this style. Oh, interesting. Yeah, listen, interesting times. I haven't moved in the last 10 years. Last time I moved was in 2013 or 14 when I met my wife. And now, we're about to move and start a new home. So we're gonna have to decide the color scheme of the house, etc. So 2 months and a half to decide all that. I plan to live in this house. My contract is 3 years. I plan to look for something to buy in 2 to 3 years. Listen, we'll see. We'll see how the finances, how's the market, because the market is crazy right now. I want the market to go down a bit. I want a good economic crisis to put some pressure on the prices. So for now, I'm waiting. So that's why tomorrow I'm waking up early to go sign this contract, get the keys, and then I'm gonna start spending the next week taking care of everything: electricity, water, gas. First thing, I'm gonna change the gas in the kitchen. They have a gas stove. I don't like them. I'm gonna replace this with electric. I will change the fridge, but not now. I want to put the AC in the apartment. So this I have to see what system they use. What else do I have to do? I think those are the first thing I'm going to do the first week. Then after that, go around looking for a nice sofa. Listen. Oh, you have to see them. Listen, there are some sofas. Yo. I have to go. I have to go to this store. Look at these. This is nice as well. I like this style of house. Of course, I'm gonna have. Well, that's a little too much. I like this style. That's more or less the style that I'm visualizing. Of course, we're gonna have to see with and agree, me and the wife, because we don't really have the same taste. I'm very minimalist, and she's not. But when it comes to office, I can get myself some nice stuff. Yeah, look at this. Look at this huge office. I really see something like this. Oh yes, something like this. It's something I can put some money in it. A good table like this to work is perfect. Corner table, that might be an idea. So I have to, but this I have to go in the. I really have to go to I have to go to the store and look at the type of sofas they have and see what works for me, and see with the wife what she wants, what she likes, and then we go from there. I also have the number of a guy who makes sofas. So from scratch, just tell them what you want and they build it for you. That also could be an idea. I just need to see the quality of the work they do. Listen, if they're good, they might build me what we want. Or maybe for the living room, I let the wife get the one that she likes. But for my office, I can have somebody build me really built to order sofa that turns into a bed when I'm tired and I want to stay. Or maybe I want to do club Shada from the sofa. Oh, listen, exciting times. Exciting times. So where was I with my hellos? Where am I in the chat? Thank you so much, Rosa. I can't wait to show it to you guys. I'll probably do once I get the keys, maybe Wednesday. I'll do a club Shada from the new place, from my phone. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a maybe Shada Gang will be the first to look at it. I'll probably have a video of the place. Let me see. Là, je vais être en mode déco à fond, Sabrina. Quoi, ma plante est à l'envers? Oh Lord. Ouais, c'est toujours comme ça que je la mets. Anyway, I'm gonna also get a new plant. Listen, say bye to this one in 2 months. Malcolm Beast, my brother, what up? How you doing? I'm about to record those 2 beats. Yeah. Ça me gêne les feuilles à l'envers. Mais comment ça, les feuilles à l'envers? Elles sont pas à l'envers, elles sont toujours comme ça. Non, elles sont à l'endroit. Ah, je vois ce que tu veux dire. Lord. Ça, c'est presque un tic, ça. C'est presque un toc, ça. Mais maintenant, ça, c'est trop... Non, mais j'ai besoin que celle-là, elle fasse un filtre avec la lumière, c'est pour ça. Ça a toujours été comme ça. Tu t'inventes des problèmes. De toute façon, bientôt, nouvelle feuille. Tatiana, what up? How you doing? You doing good? I probably did a film the apartment. Let me see. Urban Sweet Spot, what up? How you doing? I hope you're doing good. What up, Mac? What's good? Black Free Thinker, what up? How you doing? I hope you're doing good. Emery, what up? Ooh, more people. Yeah, custom sounds hot, huh? Sounds expensive, but I mean, listen, it's a Portuguese artisan, so maybe that might be worth going to meet them and see what they do. Cause listen, that table, for example, was custom built for me from a drawing that I did of exactly what I wanted for. So and has everything, the holes to put my stuff, etc., to put the cable. And if I can custom build a sofa, not only is great because whenever your sofa has a problem, the same person can come and fix it. So, or maybe I can take this one and have it turn into a leather one. Because listen, right now, if you go to my YouTube, it's all about how to paint your wall, how to fix this wall, how to build a sofa. And I'm like, okay, now I know how to build them and what's inside. So it's kind of interesting to have even your I was looking at this YouTube channel. I'm saying that I have to sleep early and I keep going back to this thing. Listen, I was looking at this guy on YouTube who built his own studio. What was the name of this channel? Wait, YouTube studio tour. Listen, some guys have nice places. But there's a guy, there he is. There's this guy who built his YouTube studio, and I was like, that's exactly the type of things that I want to do. So this guy, he went from, so that was his room. Wait, where is it? Did he show? No, wait. Okay. I think, yeah. So you had a room like this, which is, I think my room is a little bigger, but it's more or less the same thing. And he turned this into, see, put a sofa, so a two place sofa like this, but I don't want to put my sofa there. I want to put my sofa on this side here, here. But how he turned this thing is, oh, look at this. Sorry. So, sorry. Yeah. So one of my wall, I want to buy myself some acoustic panels like this. Probably not every wall, but probably the wall that's gonna be behind me when I live stream. I want it like this guy with acoustic panels, and that's gonna be where I'm gonna put the sofa. I'm gonna put the sofa in the back, and then here, that's where I'm gonna put the TV. I'm gonna put a big TV here, and I want to put my sofa here, and my desk I want to put it here, and I'm gonna have the window here. But I'm still thinking of how I'm gonna do everything. I'm still, because I'm gonna have a whole room for me, so I still have to decide. But that one is amazing. I love how this studio look. So that's one of my favorite from every studio that I've seen. There's also that girl and her boyfriend. They did an amazing studio too. Wait, let me show you. I love what they did for their home office. But these people, they do everything by themselves. So these people are crazy. Is this the right chat? Is this the right one? I was thinking maybe not. Listen, once you are in that thing, you get into the rabbit hole of epic studio building. It never ends, because everybody there's a lot of amazing YouTube studios, and like, as you can see, everybody has their version of what they did, how, and what. The good thing is they tell you everything they use, so it's kind of cool. So you can see how they look. A lot of YouTuber studios are nice. That one was nice as well. You see, nice accent walls and stuff, LEDs, etc. So I'm gonna build the whole room from zero. So I'm gonna see. Anyway, I'm not gonna bore you with all that for all that long. Ça va être très doux. Good. Jires, what up? So yeah. Anyway, enough speaking about my room. Let me talk to you about a subject. Oh, maybe before that, maybe I have a photo of the place. Do I? I don't even know. I had a video of the place somewhere in my files, just for you to see how it looks. Well, I'll have all that when I'm in. I'll just do it live. I'm gonna do Club Shada live from the live from the new apartment. That's gonna be cool. And from the future Club Shada room. Ooh, I've been dreaming of this moment. That's gonna be cool. So, all right. I had a few subjects, but I'm gonna just go to two of them. The first one I want to talk to you about. I wanted to keep this show under an hour, but I've been talking for an hour about my new house. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is, I mean, we talked about it already, but the FDA, which is the, how do we call this? Neuralink, which is, wait, I think because I live in Portugal, Google think it has to give me first Portuguese articles. Link, FDA approval. So what is happening? Okay, here's interestingly, we talked about it already, but Elon Musk Neuralink has FDA approval, so the Food and Drug Administration, to put chips in humans' brains. Ooh. So Neuralink has gained approval from the Food and Drug Administration to begin trials to implant brain chips into humans. So listen, Elon Musk, SpaceX recently launched the biggest and most powerful rocket into flight, even though it didn't make it to orbit. But the world's richest man isn't content on expanding in sci-fi inspired technology into just the cosmos. Neuralink, the tech startup co-founded by Musk, also wants to embark on a fantastic voyage into the brain. 2 weeks ago, the company announced that it had gained approval from the Food and Drug and from the FDA to begin trials to implant brain chips into humans. It will likely be years before many patients get the Neuralink treatment, but it isn't stopping investors. So everybody's about it, blah, 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 blah. What does the Neuralink brain chip actually do? Neuralink goal is, with its human trials, is to eventually enable a person with paralysis to use a computer or a phone with their brain activity alone. The Neuralink 1 implant actually includes multiple chips, a wireless battery, and other electronics hermetically sealed within a device about the size of a large coin. So that's how it looks like. Several dozen ultra-thin threads protrude from the implant. Those go directly into the brain. Signals from the implant are sent via Bluetooth to and decoded by a brain-computer interface. Which should allow a person to, for instance, control a screen cursor or move a robotic arm or leg or whatever. The first thing that we're going after is a wireless implanted chip that would enable someone who is, for example, tetraplegic or quadriplegic to control a computer, a mouse, or their phone, or anything, just by thinking. This obviously would be a massive enabler, make life way easier for them. That's true. It's like a Fitbit in your skull with tiny wires that go to your brain. Beyond helping paralyzed patients regain some mobility and communicate without typing, Neuralink longer-term goals include helping to restore full mobility and sight. How is the Neuralink inserted into the body? So it has a surgical robot especially designed to embed the implant in its 64 ultra thin flexible connected threads upon which there are 1024 electrodes that record a neural activity. The robot has 5 built-in camera system and use optical coherence tomography for non-invasive imaging of the brain tissue. The robot uses a needle as thin as the human hair, which inserts the thread exactly where they need to be. Wow. Yo, that's crazy. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Yo, listen. Here we are, Ghost in the Shell. I find it very interesting. I don't know what you think. Master Electronic, I know you ready to get your implant. So from the test they did with monkeys and pigs, they can start to understand how to talk to the brain and how to do input output. Meaning that, listen, if you're paralyzed of all your members and you can just talk. Let's say you can just talk, or you completely paralyzed. Spine is cut and somebody tells you, listen, you here in your bed, you're gonna just stay like this forever. There's no way to reconnect you to XYZ. But we have a way to connect you to, let's say, just the chair you're using, right? And to give you the information, and you can control your chair. And maybe your arm, or maybe just robotic arms, right? And you can control all of it just with your brain, the way you control your arms, just like that. I'm doing this. It's a brain signal that goes and control these, right? If you lost all complete mobility, listen, if you just lost the control of your legs, and somebody tells you, listen, we have these robots that we can put you, or this exoskeleton, or a special chair, but you don't have to like do this or have a joystick. You can just become more or less cyborg, but we don't need to operate you. We just need to put this thing in your brain, and with this thing you can control this chair. And when you want to move, you think about moving, and it moves. Listen, there's a lot of people that are gonna be like, yeah, I want to try. So that's phase 1. Phase 2 is, from what I remember from his presentation, they want to be able to not only do output, which is you giving orders to a chair, to a robotic arm, maybe a whole robotic body, but phase 2 is the possibility to also do input, meaning, let's say, once it's been 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years of this, and they keep trying on thousands of people, maybe they can start having a programming language, and they can understand the programming language of the brain, meaning that they could maybe, teach you a language just from that, plug you, and then send you the information on how to speak Russian, for example. And after, like, I don't know, a month of getting the data, or a week, or depending on each model, maybe at a point, it's easier. It becomes easy to learn new things. learn to fly a jet, learn to XYZ. And the possibility are endless, because if you add this with what Apple just has introduced, if you can control a drone and see in your eyes what the drone sees without moving and just controlling by thought, we're getting into a new territory that might scare a lot of people, but that might be exciting to some others like me. But then you have the hackers, the scammers. Because trust me, they're going to use that technology to do bad things. And for those who don't know Ghost in the Shell, which is one of my favorite mangas ever, there's one guy who is a terrorist in the movie, and once he get caught, the guy doesn't remember nothing. Doesn't remember his name. Doesn't remember. He says that he has kids, but he doesn't. Completely, like, his whole personality has been changed. And then they realize that the guy has been hacked. Because, listen, once you are connected to a network through your brain, if you have 1,000 people who decide that they want to be all interconnected and become a super intelligence, or they faith become whoever becomes a super whatever. So who prevents me from stealing your information and hacking into your brain if your brain become hackable? When you go somewhere, who prevents people from stealing information that is stored in your mind? Or even worse, putting information into your mind and hacking. That becomes very interesting. So I believe that once we go into that territory, of course, there's going to be years before they perfect the in and out and the bandwidth, right, of how much information they can store in somebody's head. But now imagine if they can get what is in somebody's head, right? How long until you can transfer consciousness and everything that is in one brain into somebody else, or into an empty body? So listen, you're born in a male body, you feel like a woman, and now you really have a real solution. You don't need to go through operation and all these things. You can just buy a woman body and then transfer your consciousness to that body. Or listen, you here like me in my perfect body, but you want one that is even better. Listen, let's say I want my skin to be a little darker, but I want green eyes, and I want my eyes to have 2 times the perfect view. And I want like some screens in my eyes where I can get information about my notes that I can control for the brain. And I don't know, I want to be able to breathe better, to have a perfect digestive system. XYZ, you want to change the things. Instead of this body that you have, you can get a body with the same face and maybe a slightly better with whatever feature you like. Or listen, I like to cut my hair. I want one with no hair at all. Once you get the body you like and you have the money to buy it, you can just send your consciousness there. And transfer takes download, backup, then upload, backup, then download. But then, listen, our African presidents who like to stay in power forever, they can stay in power forever now. Because once you get 80, you just get to a new body. Yo, that's where we're going. So you're going to have people who will, listen, you're going to have people who are religious that will say, yo, no. That body is not alive. Because some people might decide, hey, listen, I just want to be uploaded and I'm going to stay there for 10 years and come back. You know, I don't want to be in my body. I want to be downloaded into a machine. I want to be downloaded, or I want to be uploaded inside of the AI. I want to be part of the AI. Because at the same time as these things are happening, you also have AI that is becoming more and more and more intelligent, but still not sentient. How you say? Still not conscious. But they say that in 5 years, AI will be more intelligent than humans. 5 years. Now, more intelligent doesn't mean conscious. More intelligent means that you can tell him, hey, do my groceries for me. And you know what I want. You know what I need already, right? And imagine you have a AI house that knows exactly what's in the fridge, what's in your groceries, that know exactly how many bottles you have because your whole house is connected and etc. And you tell the AI, hey, do the groceries. And you don't even need to say it like, hey, Siri, whatever. No, you don't need to do this. You just think in your head, do the groceries. And maybe you have something maybe you have glasses like this. And we're going to talk about this now. Maybe you have glasses like this with information that says, yeah, okay, got it. And now your AI is smart enough to know what's in the fridge, what's in here, how many bottles of things are left, how many product of such and such, how many toilet papers you have, how many you need, and then directly talk to the AI in the store. AI in the store prepares everything of what you need, sends the information to your own AI, your own assistant of how much is it. Maybe you get a confirmation, or maybe yours have a bypass because for this, they know already how much they can spend per month, and payment is done directly through your bank AI. And then after 10 minutes or 5 minutes, a drone or maybe somebody from delivery just rings at your door with all your stuff. And if you can be connected to the internet, that's a possible future. Because when I grew up, when I arrived in Portugal, I don't need to go that far. When I arrived in Portugal 10 years ago, when I would go to Continent, which is where we do our groceries, and I would buy my water, my this, my that for the week, I would have to walk 800 meters from Vasco da Gama shopping to my house here. And and then I discovered that I can do all that on the internet. I don't know, 6 years ago, maybe that's when I start the first time I order from the internet, where you just go to the website and listen, it already knows what I order all the time. So when I write for you, it shows me the stuff I already ordered. This is AI. And the algorithm already knows the things I already buy. I always buy. They already know my favorite brands, and I have my thing, favorite stuff. I select everything I want. I click, I pay. I don't have to put credit cards. They already have my information, my PayPal, whatever. Once all this is done, after usually 24 hours, I receive all my stuff. So once you have a chip connected where people can download and upload information from and to, there's a lot of possible futures. But there's also the possibility of mind control. There's also the possibility of turning people into terrorists. There's also the possibility of removing information from people. Imagine if the whole world is connected to a chip in their brain, and everybody's connected to the internet from that chip. So everybody has now cyber brains, and you can have certain models, and maybe richer people have a rich version, and the rest of us have maybe a normal version, and then the poor people have some hacked versions. But imagine if a government can just erase something from collective memories, or erase a sentiment, or can monitor sentiment. Imagine if a government can monitor your anger against the government and deem you dangerous for society because the sentiment in your household is strange. And boom, police raid your door. You are planning to do some bad thing. Jail. What? But I didn't. No. We know what you think. And what if the government can download stuff to everybody's brain? Listen, it starts with we downloading you some information. We're downloading you some information about everything you know, about your civic duties, your this, the that, all the information you need as a citizen of this city, and everybody gets a download weekly with XYZ. So if this download gets corrupted by somebody that is inside of the government but has some nefarious activities, and is just trying to turn everybody into whatever, and then they hide some bad information inside of the weekly download of everybody, and all of a sudden everybody is crazy, or all of a sudden everybody is angry about something specific, or all of a sudden everybody go to the top of a building and they jump. That's where we playing, oh. We playing, oh. Listen, it's at the same time it's very interesting, and at the same time, like, everybody it just becomes who's gonna use it and how. And if Elon is doing it, probably somebody out there in Russia is doing it, somebody in China is doing it, somebody in India is trying. Like, there's probably some other companies that are thinking about the same tools and how they're going to use it, and what's going to be the ethic, what's going to be the non-ethic. Now listen, if you are paralyzed and somebody told you that you will never walk again, and somebody tells you, listen, put this in your head and you might use some legs that you can control from there, and we're gonna cut your legs. I mean, we're gonna replace them with some synthetic legs, and with those legs you're gonna be able to control them from your brain directly, just like normal legs. And then you can walk again. Listen, anybody that can't walk will say, "Oof, I'm in." nothing to lose. Now, at a point, you can go from normal legs to legs with wheels, or to, bro, you can control your car like this. Like, it all depends. That's very interesting. And listen, if you didn't see Ghost in the Shell, I urge everybody to go see Ghost in the Shell. This is the best manga to ever see the face of the earth, and it's in Japan, far in the future, when and in that Japan everybody's connected, and the cities like this, you have like everybody has prosthetics, fake eyes, everybody gets new limbs, new this, new that, and it's an amazing so you have the movie, of course, and you also have the manga. I like both. I've seen both, and let me see if I can find the Ghost in the Shell manga. There it is. This is one of the best mangas ever. I think I'm gonna watch this after this show. And it's everybody has, you see, everybody now, instead of having a normal hand, they turn there. If you work for these things, you just have hands that can turn into 30 fingers. You can be connected like this, connect yourself to the internet. This guy is saying that, I remember this guy, that's the guy who was a terrorist, but he doesn't even remember anything. This is the head of Section 9. This is a guy who's completely connected to the internet. You have people that are connected to the AI, and that are just listen, this is an amazing manga that everybody has to see. And listen, ever since I saw Ghost in the Shell like 20 years ago or more, I dreamed of living in that world. And yeah, we're almost there. That's crazy. Yo. What do you guys think? Oh my God, I have to go to sleep. Tomé, what up? La perfection est la clé de la réussite. Ah bon? No one dies. Yeah, listen. If you give this to our African leaders and they can just jump from one body to the next, listen, you have your whole life to have and you already have your clone that is ready, maybe at 20 years old. Once you reach 40, you jump to your next clone, transfer your body, destroy that one, and you all new. And maybe your new body always has like enhancements, and maybe you can smoke without ever having lung problems, etc., etc. If you didn't see the series from Netflix called The Sleeves, that's exactly what happens in The Sleeves. It's let me see. Do I have The Sleeves? Netflix. Is it The Sleeves? Oh no, it's Altered Carbon. Stupid. If you didn't see Altered Carbon, That's exactly what is altered carbon about. It's everybody has this in their body. Everybody has it's like not, it's not a drive, but everybody can just be put into new bodies, and the whole consciousness can be turned from one person to another one. So you buy a new body and you enter a body, and I'm gonna watch that series all over again too. That's a crazy series, and people live forever. And so you have some people who are alive you have some people that have been alive for 2 centuries already, and because it's some people have been alive for 1,000 years, so they're richer than rich. And so this guy, for example, so he's in a new body where so all your brain is here. All your brain in this thing that they just put in anybody. And then once you are in the new body, boom, you start breathing in your new body, and that's it. And people live in a world where, and it's interesting, in the sleeves, the people who are religious become terrorists because they want to believe in death. They believe that life has to go with death. But the people who just don't want to die are just going from sleeve to sleeve. And some terrorist group believe that everybody's living in a heresy and nobody's alive anymore. And then you have some people that are crazy because they have been re-sleeving in too many bodies. And so the law is that, for example, since your brain can be uploaded and downloaded in another body, the law is that you cannot have, for example, your brain downloaded in two bodies and become twins and become two versions of yourself, because then it makes no sense. Who's the original one, right? Because now you have two versions of yourself. Who's the consciousness? But both are conscious. Crazy. So there's a law. If you are caught having two bodies, one have to die, and you go. And now there's no more prisons anymore. Instead of putting you in prison, let's say you have 200 years of prison, they just remove your stack from that sleeve and they just put it in ice. So you will just be able to come back in 200 years and see what happened. So that's crazy, and people can go from a woman body, a X body, XYZ, nobody cares anymore. So yeah, listen, those series are amazing. I recommend watching the sleeves. I recommend watching Altered Carbon. Season 1 is amazing. Season 2 a little less. I prefer season 1. Ghost in the Shell, the movie, and the 2 mangas, but especially the 2 mangas. And Ghost in the Shell standalone complex is amazing as well. All these concepts are being discussed at length 20 years ago. But now we're in the beginning of that. So yeah, crazy. Did you hear about that news about that AI that killed a drone pilot from the Air Force because the pilot was preventing the AI from achieving its goal? Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't hear exactly what happened, but I heard about that thing. An official said it was an error, of course. I say, call John Connor because we're going to Terminator. Hey, bro, it is scary. So many movies and series about that. The Matrix, Inception, Altered Carbon, Ghost in the Shell, Minority. Yeah. We are going to a future that is a little bit of all this. Skeleton Key is one of the best anime and manga at True. It was actually one of the major inspiration for the Wachowski when they created the Matrix. Yes, listen, Ghost in the Shell is like just the base for everything. So before I go, actually, I want to talk about something that goes exactly into that. Apple just introduced the Vision Pro, and this is a machine of, I mean, this is a computer in your eyes. And so you have to go to watch all the videos of the people talking about it and how great it is, which is so you have three things. You have AR, which is augmented reality, which is what you see plus stuff. So if you use your phone and you look at and it gives you information, this is augmented reality. Virtual reality is when you put your headset and you go in a new world, right? And then you have what up, Frankie? And then you have MR, which is mixed reality, which is what this thing does. It's a mix of augmented reality and virtual reality. And with this is what they call spatial computing, just like in Ready Player One. So the people who tested it say that what is crazy about it is that your whole system is controlled with your eyes, and you can just live in a world like this where you just put this headset and you can just go to the net and just listen. Me, I imagine making music with my hands like this, being able to mix, or to listen, cutting episodes of Club Shada with just a timeline and being able to just with your hands, you can navigate, you can cut. This is very exciting. And for those who are skeptic about how it works with Apple, you have to understand the way they. Why am I allergic to something? Anyway, I have to take my pill. Yeah. For those who understand the way Apple work, right? Yo, that's crazy. Imagine if you can have infinite desktops. The people who seen it say that it really looks like this. The people, and listen, the people that people trust in, the MKBHD, all these people, they say that it works like this. So imagine like so I don't care about this. Let me see. Learn more about apps. Apparently, when you look at the apps, or you can just look at them and then you do this with your hand, and boom. So it actually films what's outside of you, right? And mix this with a different virtual reality of your so that thing is crazy. There was a thing where they show somebody watching a football game. Let me see. Yeah, imagine somebody's watching a game, and when there's that's somebody playing a game. Now there was one when somebody is watching. Imagine you're watching a game, right? And as you're watching the game, you have information that is out of the screen, out of the game. This becomes crazy because, listen, and what people don't understand is that if you understand the way Apple do things, right? For those like me who were there for the first iPhone, for those like me who understand the way Apple operates and the way they innovate. Their innovation style is, first of all, they don't like to be first in the market. They like to wait for the market to be ready, for everybody to tell them they're late, for everybody, 5G, oh, you're not in the 5G, da da da. Listen, they were in 5G 5 years after Samsung, and it didn't change nothing. Some people, they just want to be first, thinking it's going to change something. They see it different. They let everybody prepare the thing, and they just iterate. When they have the first iPhone, it didn't have 2G, it didn't have a camera, it didn't have a lot of things. And then they take like 10 years or maybe 4 years to turn it into the hits. iPhone 4 was when iPhone was starting to look nice and be nice and do nice things. And then the App Store and everything. And that when the revolution was. So when you look at this, imagine this is a little huge. So I think it costs 3,400 euros. But take this thing in 10 years, when it has the size of these glasses. Imagine that I have these glasses, and in these glasses you have the possibility to maybe not do what they do here, but do me a pair of glasses where inside I have let's say the time. Let's say just wearing these, I just have, listen, not even in color. If I have with glasses like this, I have what time it is, information about the stream. Let's say I have all the comments here, all your comments. I can see the comments going here, and I can see the time, how long I've been live, how many people are watching, if any problem with my live, etc. Let's say I'm on the bike, I'm driving my bike, and I can have the direction of where I'm going, and I have things that I'm telling me where I am and where I'm going, the map, etc. I don't even need color, just in black and white. So as you iterate and you start with one hollow product like this, you might arrive where this only costs like 500 euros. And now it becomes a mass product, and it changes the way everybody acts. And if you add on top of that what we just talked about, which is a chip in people's brain, now you have the possibility to control the internet and see in your eyes whatever information you want. But imagine, even without a chip, if I can have glasses where I can have any information I'm interested in. Listen, sometimes when we are at the show, and listen, my first song, Bounce Baby, was recorded in 1997. It was a hit in 1998. We are in 2023. I remember the first verse. Yo, is the worldwide Chico coming to your Caribbean CD and Pueblo, etc. Okay, I remember that. But don't ask me what is the third verse, because I have no clue. Because I don't even perform that song anymore. Now, let's say in 5 years, I celebrate my 30 years career anniversary. And I start my show with my classics. So I start with Bounce Baby. Bro, I don't remember the lyrics. Now imagine if behind my glasses, I had the lyrics. Oh, I can sing you everything you want. And I have all the control information, and maybe if there's a message sent by the crew or whatever, or maybe there's information about what's on stage, I can have all this in a pair of glasses like this. Yo, that becomes super useful. So, and it reminds me of a video that I've seen, that when it becomes crazy, when all these, because listen, all these things, there's always a point when it becomes out of hand. Wait, there was somebody who did a video about virtual reality. There was this listen. What was the name of this? Augmented reality. There was I think this is the video. Yeah, it gets to a point where we arrive here. Let me show you this video that's on YouTube. It gets to this point where we arrive here, where you wake up and this is what you see: games, and everybody has like things in their eyes directly. And then when you walk somewhere, you have all your messages, right? And then let's say when this is you in the bus, and this is what you see. And then as you walk somewhere, this is what you see: all the publicity from everywhere that's directly in your eyes. And then when you go do your shopping, you have ads everywhere, bonus points, and like wherever you go, it becomes like this. And then if there's a bug, so look, when you are shopping, you have ads going everywhere. And then listen, when it becomes like this, if there's a bug, everybody's gonna go crazy. And listen, if you see how people are crazy now from the internet, imagine listen, and all of a sudden you see people that are infecting you with a virus. You have to reset your identity. Oh shit. And now you lose all your points, and then you have to go back. Imagine plastic surgery, and like, look, everything is gone and done. Now you become crazy. You're like, oh my God, my world is normal. And then you go pray, and then boom, you're back again. Look at this. Go to the church, and then you're back. Let me give you the link to this video. It's amazing to watch. But that's if we start here, right, with what Apple is doing. Listen, I'm buying it, just for you to know. I'm not buying the first one, but just like the Apple Watch, I bought the Series 4. Number 1 was too clumsy, too early, but now I have the Series 4, and I'm about to upgrade it to Series 8 or Series 9 soon. And I had every iPhone, and I'm at iPhone 13, I guess, and I'm waiting for USB-C to go to iPhone 15. But if you look at what an iPhone can do now, an iPhone can do everything. I used to vlog with my cameras. Now I vlog with my iPhone. Like my listen, everything that's in your iPhone, if you can give me all the power that I have on my iPhone, of the information and things I do, and put this in my eyes, I'm in. Listen, I'm in. And I know that then it can become that craziness that I showed you. But if I have something with my glasses, and maybe I have a ring that I have to put in one finger to control, like this, I can, like, I put a ring here, and from that ring I can just swipe it or whatever, do something, some gesture from the ring to control what's in my thing. And then I can listen. If I have a WhatsApp message that I need to send to somebody, I can just type it from controlling my ring. Yo, this changes everything. This is like the new paradigm. Like, just when the iPhone came out, I remember having discussions with people who were telling me, yeah, but there's no keyboard. We need a real keyboard. That was actually what the guys from BlackBerry were saying. Yeah, we have a real keyboard. But the iPhone, the fact there was no keyboard was that when you don't need to use the keyboard, you can do something with it. The iPhone started Instagram, started everything. This revolution of now TikTok, Insta, all that stuff. This is the iPhone that started it. So if you have Apple that start this revolution now, it continues that revolution, because there was the Google Lens before. There's been other things, but not at that level, right? If you start at that level and now you have other people starting to go in as well, you give it 10 years and this becomes something that kids can have and cost like 500 and gets smaller and smaller. Trust me, you're going to start seeing people walking with that thing outside. Once you can have a battery that lasts like, these battery used to last like half of the day or less. Now you can listen. You can play some. Listen, I can talk to Siri in here. What can I ask? Hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 2:29.
Talking to a watch. Can you imagine? Like, you can play music, you can play podcasts. I can place a phone call from my watch. I can ask him like to take me somewhere. I can have the map of or I don't know if I can ask about my heartbeat, but I know I have the app to see it. Let me see. Hey Siri, what is my heartbeat? .74 BPM. A watch knows my oxygen air level, my oxygen level in my blood, etc., etc. Like, so now imagine you have the watch that is getting some information, but displaying that information here, and you have a ring that you can control or whatever, some ways. And people would say, yeah, nobody would go out like this because it's ridiculous, right? Listen, you guys don't know. You guys don't remember. Maybe some of you are too young. Some of you who if you are in your 40s, you remember how awkward it was when Bluetooth headphones started. The big ones, the Motorola ones. When Bluetooth phones started, I remember I was ashamed to talk to people because I was like, you got people who had Bluetooth headphones, they were talking to themselves outside. You don't imagine how weird it was like 20 years ago or 15 years ago. I don't remember when it started, but when you had the first Bluetooth headsets, it was big. I remember when I had my first Bluetooth headset, I was always looking if nobody was looking at me before using them, because I was ashamed of talking. I didn't want to look like a crazy person speaking to nobody. When today, everybody's like, my wife is always talking to her people, her friends, her cousins, on one earpiece. When you're speaking to her, you're always speaking to somebody else, because she's always with her thing. And sometimes you want to say something that you don't want other people. You have to ask her, are you on the phone? No, I'm not. Okay, then you talk. But sometimes she's just there with people on the other ear. And me too. I have Body Salva on the phone all the time. My cousins and everybody now. It's normal to walk around speaking with other people. When I do my 5 kilometers, usually if I'm not listening to a podcast, I'm talking to somebody on headphones. I don't know where my headphones are, but they're small like this. The new AirPods, they're super small. And soon it's going to be something that's in your ear that nobody can see. And it's a computer in your ear. And I can ask Siri for stuff from my headphones. I can say, hey, play music, play my podcast, call my wife, call Buddy, call my mom, all this. Call my mom on WhatsApp, do this. Like, now imagine if, when you look at the power of AI, as AI is becoming more and more powerful, plus technology is doing all this, plus you have technology that is getting smaller, I could have all the information of my show like this, and that would be super useful. Because if you have the technology like this and you can downgrade it to a product like this with, listen, I just want information when I'm live on YouTube to make sure that my stream is fine, and to see my comments, to see how many likes I have, and maybe be able to ban somebody without moving my fingers. If somebody's saying something stupid, just like locate it in my phones and just nuke him out of the channel. I'm in. And if I can as well download information as I'm speaking about a subject, download information to my brain, I'm in. Now the problem is, how do you know that the information is information coming from a good source in a world where you can't trust nobody? Ho ho. Ho ho. Ho ho. But there's a lot of people, again, there's a lot of people who are paralyzed and they can't move their bodies. But they can talk, and they can move their eyes. If you tell them, listen, I have this device, you put it, you plug yourself, and now you can go anywhere you want. And you can control everything with your eyes, so you don't even have to worry. Listen. Yes. You can watch movies, you can go. Listen, you can travel the world. You can go in adventures, you can go talk to other people, you can go to a virtual world where you have other people that you can talk to, that you can interact with, and you are all moving in a whole completely virtual world. And yeah, listen. Yeah. It's gonna create some generations of people that never want to leave that world, just like in Ready Player One, or just like in that movie with Bruce Willis. Do you remember that movie? Let me see the trailer. What was the name of that movie? Bruce Willis clone movie. It was not Clones, but it was, there you go, Surrogates. Do you remember that movie? Surrogates. It's a movie where everybody lives in a box, and they control robots. Like, they have robots like these, and everybody has a versions of themselves and so nobody dies anymore. So everybody goes into a box like this, and they get online, and they have their robot, that their version of them. They have a version that comes out, and outside in the streets, there's only surrogates. And then I think people don't care about dying because nobody dies. I think the problem is, one person dies, somebody kill a surrogate, and he makes the owner dies. A great movie. And Bruce Willis is the only one who wants to go out with his real body, and everybody else. Listen, great movie. Surrogates. Let me put the trailer in the chat. But yeah, listen, if you are, for whatever reason, you can't move, or listen, you in a prison, And you listen, you're in a prison, or listen, you don't even need to be in a prison. You don't have the possibility to leave your home for whatever reason. Let's say quarantine. Remember the quarantines? Imagine, so you're stuck at home for 6 months. Nobody can leave their home, but everybody has a headset, and everybody travel with their headset, and you can go to a virtual world where you got virtual people and everybody's free out there. This is gonna start creating people who prefer living life inside of VR with their avatar because of the quality of this one. Because most of them, this exists for a long time, but the quality was not there. This has, like, for those people who tested it, frame rate, everything is perfect because it's an M2 computer. Listen, it's the same computer I have here that I pay for $5,000 or $4,000. The same chip from Apple, the M2. That's what is powering this, plus another computer, another chip just for the real-time element. So listen, they probably have things that they created for the cars that they're preparing. But imagine if now you can just get in your car and you can control everything from something like this while you're in your car. Or maybe you get in your car, you have instead of having a pare-brise, a glass, you have like a screen like this. And possibilities are endless, and possibilities can go this way or that way. But nevertheless, it's exciting for me. Let me see. Now you really have to think about how to make a living, because a lot of jobs are going to be obsolete. For real. Listen, I tweeted something yesterday, which was, or maybe this morning, which was, only those who know how to adapt will survive. In my job of music, our job, Urban Sweet Spot, only those who adapted are good. Everybody else has been obsolete for the last 10 years. So yeah, you're gonna have to adapt. Listen, I don't know. I just saw a video. I sent it to MJ Wemoto this afternoon of a plugin for Premiere. If you have a podcast with 2 people and 2 cameras, it will auto cut for you. So the job normally that you pay an editor to do, it will do it for you. And it did it like in 45 minutes. It cut a 1 hour podcast in 45 seconds. Sorry. And it was just there. Let me see if I have it on I have my YouTube history. Let me see from my YouTube history. When was this? That was this afternoon that I saw that. No, that was earlier. Home makeover. I've been watching a lot of architecture. That was early. I don't even know. What time did I see this? Oops. Seems like I went too far. When did I see Tony? No, that was. Oh Lord. Can I watch just from today? I think I went too far. Okay, that's where I was. Yeah, there's something I watched this morning. It was somebody desk setup. Oh Lord, I don't see. No, wait. Okay. Look at this. Autopod AI. It's an AI that edit. So he had a podcast, right, with 2 people, and in 45 seconds, the AI just edited like this. So he put camera 1, camera 2, and the sound from both people, and then look at this. In 45 seconds, this AI turned it into a podcast with everything cut. So imagine for music videos, now AI can cut for you, or like something I always wanted to do, which is from my Club Shada episodes. Once I'm done with an episode, usually I only do 3 videos because I don't have the time and I don't have an editor. But now if I had an AI that can just directly, either on YouTube or Final cut me like 10 videos from every episode. From the things I talk about, let's say that the thing I talk about AI, boom, boom, 2 videos. What I talk about, what I'm talking about right now about the Apple Vision Pro, clack, clack, 2 videos. And when I was talking about my apartment, clack, clack, 2 videos. That's 6 videos from one show, and put everything on YouTube. And maybe also cut everything in 1-minute videos for TikTok, Reels, and etc. Imagine if an AI can do all this for you. Yeah. If you're an editor, you need a job right now because that the tech is now. So that's crazy. There's a lot of things that people better be ready because, yep, the future is now, and that's exciting. Me too, I love it. I'm just like you, Frankie. That's exciting for me. I've always been a geek. The possibilities are endless. I do. Oh, remember Sword Art Online? Yeah, exactly. I remember. I love that one. That was great, Sword Art. I remember that one. Yeah. Exactly what you're saying, Frankie. That's science, a double-edged sword. Anytime we build a new tech, some jobs are created and others just become obsolete and disappear. That's true. I will always talk about a friend of mine who was building a CD factory 15 years ago and was telling me, yo, I'm gonna build a factory to build CDs. And I was like, you crazy. Everything is going digital. They was like, no, people will always want the object. And I was like, it's not a good idea. That guy invested €1 million on his factory and lost all his money. Because by the time his factory was ready, which is 2 years, everybody was on iTunes and nobody was buying CDs anymore. It's going to be a lot already happening. Some places don't really have human employees. Yeah. It's going to be a lot already happening. Yeah, listen. Some places have just robots and the employees are just controlling the robots. You have to see a series called Humans, where humans are revolted because they don't have work anymore and they hate the robots. Humans is a great series as well. You talk to your watch, not new. I know. I was seeing David Hasselhoff doing that. K2000, of course. You know, I did a Kizomba version of that beat. Kids, K2000. Kid, pick me, buddy. Listen, fake news in your head, that's gonna be crazy. Surrogate was a crazy movie. Listen. Tomei saying, actually, now that I think about it, the Instagram lives during COVID was kind of a start of that concept. Safe at home, but interact with the world at the same time. Yeah. That's when the collective cognitive dissonance started. I remember that. Frankie's saying, I think that nowadays and in the future, the most probable way to make a good money will be to become a creative, a specialist, or to own a company and some rights, patents, etc. Yep. Be a creative and create worlds, or maybe create arts, digital art in those 3D worlds, or there's always going to be something new. Listen, with with Instagram, the rise of the influencer started, and there's going to be new jobs and old jobs. That's the way it is. But yeah, listen, as I told you before, I'm waking up early tomorrow because, listen, I was supposed to finish my tattoo in the leg, but because tomorrow I'm signing the new lease on the new home, I'm not going to be able to do my tattoo, but I have to wake up early. I have to be at 11 a.m. at the agency, which is across the street, but I have to go and sign these contracts for the house. So I hope you enjoyed that show tonight. If you did, give me some Club Shada unicorns in the chat. The show was brought to you by ShadaWare.com, the gods of good fortune. It is 2:49 a.m. In Lisbon, Portugal. Tell me, while I play the outro music, tell me what time it is in your country. Just put the flag of where you're watching from and what time it is for you. And I'm gonna play you my latest song, which is listen, go play the remixes from Something Going On. That's not what I'm gonna play you, because I'm gonna play them to you. I'm gonna play them to you once every remix is out. But I'm gonna play you a track by me and Lil Maro called "Can't Resist the Way You Move," and I'll see you Wednesday. And yep, if you weren't a singer, what would you have become? Well, who knows? An economist? Maybe an economist? Maybe a porn star? No. I don't know. Maybe a politician. Maybe economist. Maybe something else. I don't know. I knew what I wanted to do early, and actually, maybe I would have done what I'm doing now, which is full-time YouTube. I've been on YouTube since YouTube exists. I've been uploading videos online before YouTube existed. I was on Vidler before YouTube, Dailymotion. I was on, so I've been a content creator for a long time. So, and listen, even before singing, what I really wanted to do was just to make beats for other people. So, which is something I did too. So, I'm actually not just a singer. I actually did so many things that actually, if I didn't sing, I would still have done a lot of the things that I did outside of music, to give you an answer. Anyway, listen, Club Shada, I'll see you Wednesday. And listen, when I get my new office, maybe I'll change the time of Club Shada to maybe a little earlier, because I will have the possibility to live stream earlier. So maybe instead of midnight and a half for me, maybe I'll try 10:30 to see if I can catch more people who sleep early, or I'll see. And maybe I'll do a show in the afternoon sometimes, just for the pleasure. We'll see. That's the beauty of having your own office. You can start choosing stuff and seeing what works for everybody. Anyway, this is Can't Resist the Way You Move by Kaysha and Lil Maro. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and bless. See you Wednesday. Wait. The lyrics of this song. ChatGPT.
I can feel my feet when we dance the night away. Every move you make feels like pure delight tonight. And I can't resist the way you're moving in my system. You are the one tonight. And I can't resist the way you're moving in my system. You are the one tonight. I can't resist the way you move. Let's dance until the end of time. Oh, baby, it's the way you move. You got me crazy. You're so fine. I can't resist the way you move. Let's dance until the end of time. Oh, baby, it's the way you move. You got me crazy. You're so fine. Every little step is a pure fantasy. Let's keep dancing through the night until the morning light. And I can't resist the way you're moving in my system. And I can't resist the way you're moving in my system. I can't resist the way you move. Let's dance until the end of time. Oh, baby, it's the way you move. You got me crazy. You so fine. I can't resist the way you move. Let's dance until the end of time. Oh, baby, it's the way you move. You got me crazy. You so fine.